Hallucination. Maybe the disciples were so grief-stricken, so desperate to believe Jesus was alive, they hallucinated seeing him. Grief can do strange things to the mind. People who lose loved ones sometimes report seeing or hearing them. Maybe the resurrection appearances were mass hallucinations. This theory also has massive problems. First, hallucinations are individual experiences. They do not happen to groups. A person might hallucinate seeing a deceased loved one. 500 people do not simultaneously hallucinate the same detailed vision. Yet Paul records in his first letter to the Corinthians that Jesus appeared to over 500 people at once. That is not a hallucination. That is either a real event or a deliberate lie. Second, hallucinations do not eat food. The Gospels record that Jesus ate fish with the disciples after his resurrection. Hallucinations do not have physical bodies that can be touched. Thomas famously doubted the resurrection until Jesus appeared to him and invited him to touch the wounds in his hands and side. Thomas touched him. That is not a hallucination. Third, hallucinations do not convert skeptics. James, the brother of Jesus, did not believe in him during his ministry. The Gospels record that Jesus' family thought he was out of his mind. Yet after the resurrection, James became a leader in the early church. He was eventually martyred for his faith, but changed his mind. Saw Jesus alive after the crucifixion. Paul, originally named Saul, was a persecutor of Christians. He was present at the stoning of Stephen, the first Christian martyr. He was on his way to Damascus to arrest more Christians when he encountered the risen Jesus. The experience transformed him from Christianity's greatest enemy to its greatest missionary. He spent the rest of his life suffering for the gospel, beaten, stoned, shipwrecked, imprisoned, eventually beheaded in Rome. But made an educated, zealous Pharisee abandon everything and endure a lifetime of suffering. Hallucination. He was convinced he had encountered the risen Christ. Hallucinations do not explain the conversion of hostile skeptics. They do not explain the empty tomb. They do not explain the willingness of the witnesses to die for their testimony.